Hey everybody, today we're talking Batman One Bad Day, Mr. Freeze. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent, and today we're talking about Mr. Freeze. This is the One Bad Day hardcover graphic novel that has been released. So you can find these in bookstores, comic book stores, or the box set, like I got them all on the box set. It is the same thing though, like just the back cover with the ISBN and barcode on the back. So you'll probably find the exact same looking book in your bookstore or library, whatever you find. All right, so this one is written by Jerry Duggan, art by Matteo Scalera. Scalera, I love his stuff. Honestly, he did, I think the last thing I read from him was the White Knight Harley Quinn series that's over to my right, your left. And it's very reminiscent of Sean Murphy. And that's not a bad thing necessarily, but he does have his own style. He's a lot less detailed and scratchy and overall, I guess, a cleaner artist, if you would call it that. Although he can turn up the grit and grime in certain ways. Like, look at this panel of Mr. Freeze. It's super cool in the corner here. So this is an interesting one, whereas some of the books so far have felt like they were in continuity with current stuff going on in Batman. Penguin, the last one we reviewed, didn't really have a place in continuity. This one is definitely a step back. It's a retro tale. It's featuring, who we got? Jim, Dason, Dick. It's young Robin, basically. So I believe this is Dick Grayson. But anyway, it's Dick Grayson kind of saying like, hey, we should give this guy a chance. Like, you know, Batman, do you always believe that these criminals are never going to reform themselves? Is there anybody you think that could reform? And Batman's like, you know what? I think there is one. And Victor Freeze is that guy. So they kind of set up Mr. Freeze with a lab after stopping him from doing some crimes and, you know, give him a chance to finish his work. You know, they're like, hey, here's all the stuff you were working on. Here's all the equipment we think you'll need. And here's all the research that's been done since you went crazy and turned to a life of crime. So why don't you look at that, combine everything, and see if you can revive your wife Nora out of her deep, cold slumber and things like that. At the same time, you have some like a letter from Nora, her living will, I think, that's basically like, hey, Victor, don't waste your time grieving me. Go and live your life. Be happy. You know, do different things. And it's just Victor kind of wrestling with that after he can't really find a way through his madness to find a cure. But it does have like a little sweet ending, which I thought was interesting. Batman gets this very hot flame suit that he's going up against Mr. Freeze with, and that's kind of a cool new design. I'm expecting McFarlane Toys to make a toy out of that because it seems like every Batman suit that they find, they make a toy of, which makes it hard to collect because there's so many Batmans. So I gave that up a long time ago. Here's Flaming Batman in the corner here. Gave that up a long time ago to say, like, I'm going to get all the McFarlane Batmans because that's basically all he's doing right now. Anyway, different story. You know, I like this one. I really did. It's pretty fun. It ends on a sweet note, and I thought that was a little interesting for these Batman One Bad Day stories. Like, hey, maybe this is the one where things don't end terribly for the villain. Also, notice the difference in this one. There's no black and white pages in the back. It's all character designs by Matteo Scalera, so that's kind of interesting. He has this nice ink wash, like watercolor on some of these, like with Nora here on the back. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. The art to me is a standout from this book. And the sweet tale, like just the sweetness of it, feels like a Christmas Batman story because it is wintertime, I guess. So it's a bit of a swerve from everything else. So I do recommend this one. I liked it. Not worthless, you know. It's not terrible. It's not bad. I think it's better than the Penguin one, that's for sure. I didn't like that one. Come to think of it, as compared to the other ones I've read, it was okay. But this one I would give a thumbs up to. Like, I recommend you read this. This is pretty fun. So yeah, expose yourself to Matteo Scalera if you haven't seen his art before. Jerry Duggan on writing. And yeah, this was fun. If you like Heart of Ice, I think you're going to like this book. It's kind of a follow-up to that. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you thought of this graphic novel down in the comments below. And we'll see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.